Hi everybody, it's Mark Shellshear. This is the Mark Art Show coming to you from Galleria de las Islas in Metro Manila, Philippines. Yesterday I wrote in my blog and I said that starting can be the hardest part of success. And you know, it is. And then the next step after starting is persisting can be one of the other hardest parts of success. Actually hanging in there and doing it when times are not good. Now I get a lot of PMs, a lot of emails, a lot of messages from people who tell me that they've started painting, that they've got up there, they've gone against the thief and they're producing work and they're putting it out there. But at this point in time, it's not selling very much. They have 1 or 2 sales, but nothing that you could call to be successful. Okay, guys, look, it takes time. As I tell people, it's going to take you to build a real art career where you're able to make enough money to survive. It's going to take you at least 5 to 10 years. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's true. But you've got to see it from another perspective. You've got to see that not only does it take time, but why are you doing it? If you're doing it because you want to make a living from art, then you picked a really difficult business to be in. If you're doing it because you love your paintings and you want to share them with society, then that's a great way to see it. So you've got to see that even if you only sell 1 painting and you actually impact on someone's life, that's incredible. That is really meaningful. To actually touch a person's life and see them changed because of your art is fantastic. And if it really is a meaningful exchange, they will talk about you and they'll talk about your artwork and they will tell their friends and others about it, and you will see other people coming to you to buy your work. But it takes time. It's always more than selling paintings. Now look, I like to sell paintings just as much as anybody else, and the money is really wonderful. But what I like more is that someone's life has been touched, that someone's life has been changed, that out of my selling them a painting, I am now able to build a relationship with that person. And that's what's important. It's building something more than just a sale. You know, I'm going to say this again. I believe we must sell our work. Okay, I'm 100% behind that. See what I'm doing. Sit down and talk to artists most days and talk about selling their work. But I also see there's got to be more than just money. If it's just a money exchange, then I get paid and then that's the end of it. But I want there to be more. I want us to build relationships. That's how careers are built. That's how getting a stranger, buys your painting, becomes a friend, becomes a lifetime collector. And that's the process we want to do. One at a time, but it takes time. And so if you're out there and you've been in this business a couple of years and you're seeing a sale here and a sale there, rejoice. You're touching someone's life. You're actually impacting someone's life, and that's marvelous. And that's what we want to do. We want to be more than just salespeople. We want to, with the product, we want to be able to touch a life and change a life for good. That's what art's all about. Art's about bringing something along, okay? So let's look at this. To last long time and long term in this business, we've got to bring some things to the table when we come. And we've got to build some things into our life and build into the business that we have. Now, I see that we are a small business and that we have a product that is very special, it's very selective, it's only for a niche market, and we have to reach into that market and touch that market with our product. So you have to gain people's trust. That's one of the first things you're going to have to do. When you get into this business, you have to gain people's trust. They have to believe that you're in this for the long term. Imagine, friends, we talk about selling paintings, but imagine if you go and you buy a painting off an artist and you pay good money for that painting, and then you find out a year or 2 later that they just lost hope and gave up because they couldn't sell too many. You would really not want to trust artists after that. You would be always looking for super discounts. You'd be looking because you don't know if they're going to last. Is this artist going to go the full distance? Are they going to hang in there and get through the hard times and the bad times and the tough times? Are they going to hang in and tough it out and get through? Or are they just going to give up? You know, and a lot of people just give up because they say, I didn't expect it to be this hard. Why? Business is hard. So, you know, selling paintings can be hard. So people come into the art business with a really romantic notion of what they think it's all about. And it's often not about the things that you believe or the stories you've been telling yourself or the movies you've watched or the books you've read. Basically, you're a small business person. So think about how small businesses survive, how long do they normally survive, and then you get an idea of what the art business is like. So you've got to build trust. People have got to trust you. Trust in your word, trust in who you are as a person, trust you'll fulfill your commitments. If you say it's going to be delivered on a certain date, deliver on that certain date. If you say that you're going to be doing a show and you have so much work to put in it, then deliver to that show how much work you said you would do. Become a person of your word so that people can trust you. Trust is such a non-negotiable thing. If you lose trust, you've lost it all. So trust is important. Build trust amongst people. And you know, you've got to be consistent in what you do. You have to be so consistent that you are there when people believe you will be there. Consistency is one of the most difficult things I think that artists have to do, especially doing videos, doing blogs, all those kind of things. You've got to see that the consumer, the person you're selling to, the person you want to be your customer, they don't care what you're doing. All they care is that if you say you're going to do a blog every Thursday, that blog will turn up every Thursday. They mightn't look at it every Thursday, but they will go and look at it on the Thursdays that they choose to look at. You see, people expect us to be there. If we make the commitment of saying, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that, people expect us to push through, to fulfill that commitment. They expect us to do it. It's like the 6 o'clock news on the television. The 6 o'clock news comes on at 6 o'clock every night, whether you watch it or not. But you expect it to be there, so on the times you do want to watch it, you can turn it on and it will be there. And that's the same with us. People expect us to be there. It's like a blog. If you say you're going to do a blog once a week or twice a week or as much as you want, then you better be consistent and do that. But even if people don't watch it twice a week, they want to know that it's there when they do choose to watch it. Because look, the truth is, the consumer's just like us. I want what I want, this is what I want it when I want it, and I expect it to be there. And that's what the consumer thinks. So consistency. Consistency is so very important, okay? You must be giving something. You must be giving of your time, giving of your original art. Now, I'm not talking for free, but putting your original art out there for people to see. Putting it out there so people will know what you're doing. You must be giving great content. You must be bringing value to people's lives. Now, we talk about that all the time. We say we've got to bring value. And what does that mean? I mean, that's a pretty thing out there kind of thought. So how does an artist bring value to the consumer? You bring value to people when they purchase your artwork or look at your artwork, and you bring joy into their lives. You bring happiness into their lives. You bring hope where there was not hope, and you inspire them to better things. Most paintings inspire people to be better. And that's what an artist gives to the world. We bring hope to the world. We bring happiness to the world. We bring joy to the world, and we inspire people to be the best people that they can be. That's what we're doing. And that's why I say to artists, do videos, be seen, get attention. I had a funny response to my video a little while ago, and someone said, but Mark, if everybody does videos, then they won't be special. But the truth is, everybody won't do videos because the thief is very strong, and many people will stop because putting themselves out there like this every day of the week or once a week is not only hard to do, but you got to deal with the thief every time too, because he's in your head there saying to you, this is not going to work. This is going to be a bad one. You're not going to do very good today. No one's going to watch this. Why? Because he wants me, well, especially me, he wants me to stop. He doesn't like this happening every day because, every day it's the same struggle, the same voices. You don't need to do it today. It won't matter, Mark, if you miss one. No one's going to notice. They're the struggles you got to go through, and that's part of consistency. That's part of turning up every day. That's part of giving to people. That's part of people trust you that you will be there because you say you'll be there. All these things are so important to think about as an artist. But remember this, the most important thing you do as an artist is you bring change to people's lives. You bring joy to people. You bring hope to people. You bring happiness into people, and you inspire people to be better. So artists, start painting. You need to get painting. Don't worry about the sales at this stage. They will look after themselves. Look on about helping to make people's lives better and bring meaningful value into their lives and see people change. That's what you want. And if you make a video and only one person watches it and that person is changed, that is the most valuable video you can ever bring. Remember that. It's not about the mass, it's about the impact that you bring into one life. And one life is very, very important. Remember that, guys. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I've gone too long. Again, I seem to be doing that a lot lately. You guys have a great day. Remember to reach out, touch people. People are hurting. Hugs and smiles are free. Give them away generously. And I look forward to seeing you one day, excuse me, in your studio. Have a fabulous day. Get out and change people's lives. Inspire people today. Ciao.